Following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Labor Day was a good day for the Boston Red Sox, and because the New York Yankees choked away a doubleheader, it was an okay day for the Baltimore Orioles. In the first inning, Jim Rice matched his 1978 home run total by smashing his 46th of the year off of Scotty McGregor. 1-0 Boston. In the second, Baltimore had 2 walks and an error, and they huffed and puffed and could not blow the door down. In the sixth, Freddie Lynn, of all people, gets ejected, calling balls and strikes. What in Sam Hill's going on? In the eighth, Gary Hancock singles home Jerry Remy. Boston 2, Baltimore nothing. Dennis Eckersley goes to 13 and 13. He strikes out 11 and throws a 4-hitter. Scott McGregor, 2 runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 13 and 12. The Orioles are tied with the Yankees. The Red Sox at 68 and 68 are listening to WRKO. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978 from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. It is the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. I'm afraid to see who's starting this game for the Red Sox. Jim Palmer for the Orioles and Bobby Sproul for Boston. Who played center? Now that's interesting. And so we got technical difficulty off the bat because the center fielder isn't listed for Boston in the starting lineups. So we know it's not Jeremy. All right. This is, what day is this? September 5. So keep seeing the slide. Oh, wow. If you now look on, if you call up a team on Google, I can show you this. It now tells you the games they played that season and the scores. The logos aren't right, but that's there. Yeah, I am losing players again. The center fielder for Boston isn't listed. And it's Freddie Lynn. Oh, you know what? He was thrown out and suspended. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, you can't be injured. Freddie Lynn was suspended. All right, 1 second. And we're off like a herd of thundering turtles here. All right, now I got to go. How do I fix that? He can't be injured. I've never had a player injured in an as played replay. Okay. I think we're ready. Yep, Jim Palmer and Bobby Sproul. Okay. Now you get to look at me. That was bizarre. So, Fred Lynn got thrown out of the Labor Day game, which is not a surprise, but they said he had an injury and wouldn't be available until September 9th. Well, this is all as played. There's not supposed to be more than one game injuries. You can get hurt and miss a game, but you're not supposed to actually miss more than that one game. So I had to go through and uninjure anyone that was injured. That's kind of borked if you ask me, but anyway. Hi there, how are you, Ron Juckett? Welcome to the program. This is Tuesday, September 5th, 1978, or Friday, August 14th, 2020. Someone, by the way, on my Facebook feed this morning said, 2020, can we use it as a swear word yet? And I think you can. By the way, Tribe fan, happy birthday to you, buddy. Say hello to, give Tribe fan a happy birthday if you're in the chat. Anyway, Jim Palmer's looking for win number 17. And the last time we featured Jim Palmer against the Boston Red Sox, Palmer threw a one-hitter. Isn't that special? The Orioles come in at 80 and 58. They are tied for first place in the American League East with the New York Yankees. And so everything really, really matters now. For the Red Sox, 68 and 68. They are the biggest underachievers since the first time I went through the 10th grade. Just a disappointing year. But Jim Rice is not disappointing. He's hit 46 homers and in contention for a Triple Crown. So it's a rainy night in Baltimore and the wind is howling in at 16 degrees. A fine weather day for a duck, if you will. But let's go play some baseball, shall we? And so Jim Palmer making start number 33. He's got 5 left, and he's already exceeded his complete game total for the year. He is 16 and 9 with an ERA of 2.45. And remember, he one-hit the Red Sox in July. So 2 starts, 17 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 10. He is 1-1. Well, we're wishing you a happy birthday. 1-1 with an ERA of 1.59. And so the game that wasn't the one-hitter, he lost. But his last time out was September 1st. A 7-hitter against the White Sox where he allowed a run. It was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. So in 250 innings, he's allowed 195 hits, 74 runs, 68 earned, 15 homers allowed. He's walked 64 and struck out 111. And he throws the fastball at 86, and there's a good sink on that fastball because he is a ground ball pitcher. The lineup he will face: Rick Burleson leads off at short. Freddie Lynn in center will bat second. Not a problem. And we've magically healed his hamstring. Please don't take a P test, Freddie Lynn. Jim Rice is in left field. He'll hit third. Carl Yastrzemski, the DH, cleans up. Carlton Fisk behind the plate will bat fifth. Jack Brohammer in for the injured Jerry Remy at second. He'll go sixth. Dwight Evans in right field will bat seventh. George Boomer Scott at first will go eighth. And Butch Hobson at third will bat ninth. Bobby Sproul, going to be a short appearance for him. He can go about 90 pitches. Defensively for the Orioles: Carlos Mora, a 5 and a 4 in left. Or Andres Mora. Carlos Lopez is a 5 and an 8 in center. One of those I got right. Probably they're both wrong. Kenny Singleton is a 6 and 7 in right. Oh. Uh-oh. What did I miss on Instagram yesterday? It does work better when you unmute it, and you had me wondering if you could hear me at all. Doug DeCinces is 7 at third. Kiko Garcia a 4 at short. Rich Dower a 6 at second. Eddie Murray a 6 at first. And Rick Dempsey a 5 and a 7 behind the plate. Palmer, who can throw 140 pitches at 10 on the mound, and the fielding percentage for a pitcher that's very good, 9.72. Burleson at 238. 3 homers and 49 RBI. And this one finally starts with a ground ball base hit left side. So Burleson has 11 steals on the year, but he's not taking one there. Here's Freddie Lynn, 291, 18 homers and 77 RBI. Throw to first, Burleson back. So it's raining lightly. The wind is blowing in. It's a great night for a Colts game, but not for baseball. Ground ball to third. DeCinces stabs it over to Dower for 1. To Murray for the around the horn. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. So what a play by DeCinces by the bag at third. Over to Dower for 1 and Murray for 2. Yeah, I knew that Plesac, the nephew, is one of the Indians who went out to dinner. Went on a video yesterday while driving without a seatbelt in Ohio, saying the media makes him look like a monster. Well, that's right up there on the dumb list. Hi, Lorenzo. How are you? Trying to find that tile? Where does Rice stand in the Triple Crown list? Well, his 46 homers leads the majors. His 137 RBI leads the majors. He's got a chance. Well, he's third in the American League in hitting. Carew at 333, and that's going to be tough to beat. Gar at 330 and then Rice at 322. But by far, he's got the other two won. Heisel is at 40 homers, Thomas at 34, and Rice's RBI lead is 29 over Staub and Parker. Oh, today would have been Mark Fidrich's 66th birthday. Rest in peace. And today, Mark Don't Call Me Gubaza's 58th birthday. Pitch to Rice is popped up left side. Garcia has it for the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. No, the Dodgers are your windmill, Lorenzo. Half an inning in the books. Boston, nothing. Here come the Orioles. So Bobby Sproul making the first of his 3 starts down the stretch. And you wonder how the Red Sox choked away a lead in real life. This is his first appearance of the year, maybe his MLB debut. Became available on Sunday. So 3 real starts. Throws it hard, a fastball at 95. He went 0-2 for the Red Sox down the stretch. 12 2/3 innings, 12 hits, allowed 3, walked 10, and struck out 10. Here's a lineup he'll face. Kiko Garcia at short will lead off. Dower at second will bat second. Kenny Singleton in right field will hit third. Eddie Murray cleans up at first. Doug DeCinces will play third and bat fifth. Lee May, the DH, will go sixth. Mora in left field will bat seventh. Rick Dempsey behind the plate goes 8th, and Carlos Lopez in center will bat 9th. Jim Palmer only threw 8 pitches in the first. Good luck, kid, you get to face Jim Palmer. But maybe we'll have a day like yesterday, and Dave Stegman will show up again. Dave Stegman has really become my favorite player of all time. Garcia at 266, no homers, and 15 RBI. Hey! The Orioles and the Yankees are tied for first. This is a big game. And this is Bobby Sproul's MLB debut. Oh, defensively for Boston, Rice is a 6-6 in left. Freddie Lynn a 10-6 in center. Dwight Evans a 10-8 in right. Butch Hobson a 6 at third. Rick Burleson a 9 at short. Jack Brohammer a 4 at second. George Scott a 9 at first, and Carlton Fisk an 8 and a 7 behind the plate. So, Bobby Sproul, welcome to the majors. Pitch to Garcia is a ground ball to third. Hobson across the way, 1 out. Forgot to give you Kiko's numbers. Dower at 251, 3 homers and 36 RBI. So Sproul says that was easy. Let's do that again. That is a terrible hat, by the way. Was he part of a deal for Eckersley? The ground ball, Dower puts it in the hole on the right side, and the Orioles have a hit. Rich not a threat to steal. Here's Singleton. 284, 22 homers, and 61 RBI. Sproul from the stretch, ball 4. So the lefty struggling, like we thought. Here's Murray, 286, 23 homers, 94 RBI. Sproul again. Popped up, right side. Scott through the raindrops, 2 out. Brings up the Sensei who made that. He was drafted by the Red Sox. Okay. The Sensei at 245, 21 homers and 70 RBI. Pitch to Doug is a fly ball to right. Evans is there. 1 inning down for Sproul. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 1, Boston nothing, Baltimore nothing. And now I'll bring up your Carl Yastrzemski at 282, 14 homers and 61 RBI. Pitch from Palmer. Into left field, Mora will come in. 1 out. So here's Carlton Fisk at 299, 16 homers and 73 RBI. Game 139 for Baltimore and 137 for Boston. Coming down to brass tacks time. In the left field, Mora, 2 out. Here's Jack Brohammer. That's a Topps airbrush job. Oh, goodness, is that bad. 300, a homer, and 23 RBI. We're being told that Sproul was 9-3 in Bristol. And the Red Sox were in Bristol before ESPN. And 7-4 at Pawtucket. Not a bad a 1 year out of the University of Alabama. Play football there, by chance? Brohammer. Up the middle of base, hit into center field. So that's the second hit for Boston. That brings up Dwight Evans at 220, 19 homers and 67 RBI. Palmer throws to first. Brohammer's back. Evans, ground ball, base hit right side. And so Brohammer will hold at second. This team has the speed of me. Amish Elvis, I don't know why you're always showing in white, but you are. And a good afternoon to you too, sir. Here's George Scott hitting 231, 6 homers and 33 RBI. The Mets could be eliminated today. I think their tragic number is 1. And ground ball to Garcia across the way, and the Red Sox are going to strand 2. So, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 on the board. Left on after an inning and a half, no score. So, Lee May, Mora, and Dempsey to face Sproul here in the second. May at 241, 24 homers, and 82 RBI. And there's a little looper in the left field that's going to get in front of Rice. And that's a single. Second hit for the Orioles. Red Sox have 3. Andres Mora at 201, 7 homers, and 17 RBI. Got him! His first major league strikeout, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball called strike 3. So 1 out for Dempsey at 199, 6 homers and 38 RBI. Mr. Sproul so far has acquitted himself quite well. Dempsey hits a base hit in the left center field. May will hold at second. And the Orioles, with 1 out, have runners on first and second for Carlos Lopez. Carlos at 220, 5 homers and 12 RBI. Sproul, got him! A 2-2 below the belt at 96. You got a feel for Sproul a bit. Here's Kiko Garcia at 264 and 15 RBI. He's 0 for 1. 9 batters deep for Sproul. 34 pitches, an inning and 2/3. 3 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He comes to the Red Sox just before the Boston Massacre, those 6 games against the Yankees that we don't want to talk about. And his other start, I think, was this one against the Orioles. Pitch to Garcia. Base hit left center field. May will round third and score. Dempsey moves to third, and the Orioles lead at 1-0. And that'll bring up Dower, who's 1 for 1. So Dempsey on third, Garcia on first. It's Hallinan at 21 from left center. And still a light rain. In the right center, Lynn will track that down and make the catch. The Orioles leave a couple on. A run on 3 hits and no errors. After 2, 1-0 Baltimore. So Hobson, Burleson, and Lynn to face Palmer here in the third. And to check in the standings, we told you the Mets' tragic number is 1. Oakland's is 3. Toronto technically still has a chance, but not really. So the Dodgers have won 5 straight, and their lead now is the largest in baseball at 4.5 over Cincinnati. Philadelphia's lead over Pittsburgh has been cut to 2. And the American League West, Texas has a 2.5 game lead over Kansas City. Texas, I think, might actually pull this off. The Royals are playing 500 ball. Minnesota's 5 back. California, long gone. In the East, the Yankees and Orioles are tied. The Yankees are up by 1/1000th of a percentage point. Milwaukee 2 back. Detroit is technically ahead of Boston. And the Tigers have won 6 straight. I think so. I personally think that you get Texas and Baltimore. I don't think the Yankees hang on. The reason being, they're only 35 and 33 at home. They have 13 games left at home and 13 left on the road. So, but if you go by run differential, it's Milwaukee, Texas, Pittsburgh, and Los Angeles. We'll see. Hobson at 248, 16 homers and 65 RBI. Be cool for Texas because it wouldn't be real life. It would be the one difference in real life. The pitch. Hobson draws ball 4. So Palmer through 9 batters, 33 pitches, 2 innings plus, 3 hits, and a walk. Burleson singled to start the ballgame. Palmer deals. Right up the middle, Garcia's only play is to first. He got there on a late hop. Hobson will take second, and Burleson's retired. 1 out. Here's Lynn. Grounded into a double play his first time up. 1-0 Baltimore, top the third. And there's a line drive right center field. Hobson will round third and score. The Red Sox have tied the ball game at 1. So Lynn on first for Rice. who is 0 for 1. Rice has a realistic chance at 50 homers. I know that Foster did it in 77. If you really got to go back to Roger Maris in 61 for the last time anyone hit 50, Maris and Mantle, Jimmy Fox was the last one to do it in a Red Sox uniform in the late 30s until David Ortiz did it in, I think, 05. Pitch to Rice is a ground ball to Garcia. Dower for 1. Murray, 6-4-3. Great. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. Boston gets a tying run, 1-1 to score. And so now it's raining. 68 degrees, the wind blowing in at 17. Kenny Singleton walked his first time up. Sproul, probably a 5-inning pitcher. Ball 4. So Singleton draws the 3-1 outside. And now I'll bring up Murray, who's 0 for 1. Singleton on first, not a threat to steal. Ground ball to Scott. He's going to only take it to the bag. His only plays at first. And Singleton moves to second, 1 out. For Dave Stegman fans out there, we know you're all out there, we have to wait until September 16th for his next start. I doubt we have it, but you never know. Here's DeSensei. He's 0 for 1. Sproul. Got him. He got him on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball swinging, and that's 3. Here's Lee May. He singled and scored in the second. From the stretch. In the shallow left, Rice will ride the Schwinn, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a man on from the walk after 3, 1-1. So the ballpark here in Baltimore playing big on this bad weather day. Batting average -1% for the lefties, -6 for the righties. And as we said, it is playing big, -14% on the homers and -20% for the righties. It'll be Yaz, Fisk, and Brohammer to face Palmer here in the 4th. And Yaz up the middle, Dower behind the bag, over to Murray, 1 out. Here's Fisk. Pudge is 0 for 1. Palmer. Ball 4. So that 3-2 fastball was low. Here's Brohammer. Jack singled his first time up. Both teams have a run on 4 hits. No errors. Red Sox have left 2 on, the Orioles 5. Ground ball to Dower. Only play is to first, so Fisk will move to second, and Brohammer is retired. For Dwight Evans, who singled his first time up. Remember, golf tonight, second round of our PGA Championship. J.H. Taylor opened up with a 7 under 63. And so tonight, you will see the San Francisco Giants of golf. Billy Casper, Kenny Venturi, and Johnny Miller. And they all opened up with 2 under 68 last night. So 7 p.m. tonight for golf. Pitch to Evans is a fly ball to left. Morrow will come in, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Boston 1, Baltimore 1. So Mora, Dempsey, and Lopez to face Sproul here in the 4th. Mora struck out his first time up, and he'll do it again. A 1-2 change on the outside corner, and that's 1. Brings up Dempsey, who singled his first time up. And he'll do it again right in front of Rice. Dumps that one in. And a 1-out single. That's the 5th hit for Baltimore. Now bring up Carlos Lopez. Carlos is absolutely no threat to bunt. He struck out his first time. So Sproul, again from the stretch. Fly ball, left center field. Lynn is there. 2 out. You guys are quiet today. Brings up Kiko Garcia. He's 1 for 2. He singled and drove in the lone Oriole run in the second. So Sproul in his major league debut, 78 pitches through 18 batters in 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And considering this is his first game ever, that will be, pretty yeoman's work if you ask me. And of course, in the replay, the Red Sox are playing out the string. You imagine getting called up. And it's interesting because if the Red Sox were a real playoff team, he wouldn't have been eligible. He came up after September 1st. Yeah, Lorenzo gets his exercise at the big box stores because of the AC. Already 9:31 there. Alexa, what's the temperature in Clovis, California? Like Lorenzo, she's ignoring me. Alexa, what's the weather in Clovis, California? Alexa, what's the weather in Fresno?
In Fresno, California, there's an excessive heat warning in effect Friday, August 14th, 12 p.m. to Wednesday, August 19th, 9 p.m.
Oh,
The current weather is 85 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 108 degrees and a low of 76 degrees.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good afternoon.
You too. I'm going to put Alexa in an ice packet here. All right, Garcia's up. Ball 4. 106. And an excessive heat warning between now until Wednesday. You think Lorenzo's unbearable now? Wait till we switch out the next Dodger game. Dower's 1 for 2 with a single. Well, at 107, that's 20 minutes a pound, and I'll be ready by Thanksgiving. Yeah, it wouldn't give me the information for your town, so I had to ask for Fresno. Fisk and Sproul go out to chat. Bobby's day's about done, I would think. Dower, ground ball to Burleson. Brohammer for 1, and that's it. Well, that's all they needed. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the 5th. It's still 1-1. So Scott Hobson and Burleson to face Palmer here. The Boomer 0 for 1. And there's a ground ball past a diving Dower, and that's the 5th hit for the Red Sox. So Boston's playing well. We're going to go to that Red Sox bullpen in a minute. Butch Hobson, who also played for the University of Alabama, was a quarterback there, wasn't he? 240. Oh, no. He's walked and scored. He's 0 for 0. Second time from the lineup. Someone streamed for 4 hours yesterday and is tired. Pitch to Hobson is a ground ball to third. To Sensei to Dower for 1. Over to Murray. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. Call it 2. So 2 out, and that's the second ground ball double play the Red Sox have hit into. I'm glad that you're not installing it. And I hope you have central air in all seriousness. Burleson 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Palmer through 18 batters, 4 2/3 innings, 72 pitches, 5 hits and 2 walks. And there's a ground ball to Garcia over to Murray, and that will take us to the commercial break. Halfway home in Baltimore on a Friday. Sproul's telling me he can pitch. Okay. Well, we'll see about that after the message. I lost my bottom when I lost all the weight. My wife is not a happy camper. 1 run, 5 hits for both teams. Baltimore got their run in the second. Kiko Garcia singled home Lee May to make it 1-0. Freddie Lynn, however, singled home Butch Hobson to tie the game at 1 in the third. And so that's how we got here. And Bobby Sproul will at least start the 5th inning, although I am running Boston and that hook is in my hand. 4 innings, 5 hits, a run, it was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Palmer, 5 hits through 5 in a run and 2 walks. So a typical Jim Palmer ball game. Jamie, it should be fun today. That's a fun course, Harding Park. I won't talk about it too much because we're together for a couple hours tonight, but that is very much a risk and reward course. I'm curious to see if the wind picks up, what the scores do. Here's Kenny Singleton. He has walked twice. And there's a slow roller to Broham or over to Scott for the out. I don't think he's going to get the shot. He's at 92 pitches. He's only supposed to go 90. Here's Eddie Murray. Eddie's 0 for 2. Lynn, Rice, and Yaz in the 6th. If Sproul can get through the inning. This was the point of the year where the Red Sox were definitely in the 25 players, 25 cabs. And Bill Lee had been yanked out of the rotation by Don Zimmer. Lifelong best friends, Bill Lee and the Gerbil. Pitch to Murray, ball 4. And so we're not going to take any more time here. We're going to yank Mr. Sproul and bring in Bob Stanley. Where's demos when you need them? So here's Bob's. Oh my gosh. Now here is where the game does not do very well. They've only used Bob Stanley 19 times in 36 innings. He threw 141 2/3. Anyway, he's 2-1 with 6 saves and an ERA of 3.25. Against the Orioles, this is his 5th appearance, 3 1/3 innings, 1 hit and 1 strikeout and 1 save. He's a fastball pitcher. No, he's not. He's a forkball pitcher. And the fastball tops out at 85. I suppose so. I mean, as much as I dislike Bob Stanley, mostly because he was miscast in the mid-'80s. He should have been a workhorse for the Red Sox. I think it's more. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me get Stanley introduced first. He last pitched the 2nd against Oakland, 2/3 of an inning and a hit. So overall, 36 innings, 45 hits, no homers, 15 runs, 13 earned, 8 walks, and 12 strikeouts. And I'm going to go, it's a good question, Lorenzo, and I'm going to go on camera to answer it. Okay, so here's my thought on this. This is the 2nd season replay that I've done on stream. And I pretty much know what I'm doing next year, too. But last year, it was 3 games a week. You do 2 live streams and maybe a prime time or a tape stream. Or I've done single team replays and you manage the staff yourself and you're really not looking to see, stopping every time to see what the computer does or introducing that. It's just, you're playing the game for fun and not necessarily to broadcast. But I've noticed this year, mostly because we've done so many games. I mean, this was never designed to be a daily function on the channel. By the 14th of August, I should be focusing on what football season I'm going to be doing, not with a month to go in baseball season. And so, yes, because I've paid attention, because we do so many games, and because the computer does everything that I don't do, it's obvious that moves that you or I as a human make, the computer isn't making. The starters are staying in too long. You saw if you were at the Open, that Jim Palmer's already exceeded his complete games for the year with, about 4 starts to go, and bullpens just aren't getting used. It does need to be addressed, and I think once we're done with the regular season, I might do that. More baseball, maybe yep. And so, no, I don't think, Lorenzo and chat, I don't think that's a nitpick at all. I think that's a very fair, constructive criticism. The AI does not handle bullpens very well. Now, is that the reason why the Red Sox have absolutely no chance in September? No, the Red Sox starting pitching isn't very good, and that's why they don't have a chance. But it does kind of just makes you wonder. And with that, Jamie's telling me, I'll give him the feedback. For an 81 replay to adjust the computer manager to let pitchers throw more complete games to match historical numbers. Thing with 81, Jamie, is that 81 was a huge pitching year. Play that Napa. There's a whole, Gossage is an A and a C, for goodness sakes. So DeCinces, by the way, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And so, yeah, I got some email notes to do. But yeah, I mean, we stress this thing out pretty much every day, and our Red Sox fan does a lot of the what ifs, and I do season replays. And so, again, I don't think I think it's a constructive criticism to offer. Do I recommend YouTubers also give Twitch a chance? I get a lot of positives because I think my feedback is better for live broadcast. All right, I'm going back on camera. DeCinces waiting for the rain to drop. Okay, my wifey's going to sleep. On that button. Okay, but Twitch doesn't store your broadcast. They only hold them for 2 weeks. So I got to make sure that I export them to YouTube. When I was doing both live on YouTube and tape to YouTube, only 15% of my traffic was coming live. It didn't really make any sense for me to continue to go live on YouTube because most of it was watching on demand anyway. And the delay here on Twitch is pretty short. It's like 2 or 3 seconds. I mean, I can give Lorenzo a hard time, and half a batter later, I'm watching the response on the screen. But I also get paid for doing Twitch, mostly thanks to Lorenzo. And so if you want to make some money doing this, if you can qualify, you can. But YouTube, especially if you're just going to tape, YouTube is fine. The Sensei digs back in. Many streamers, Lorenzo says, are the prime source of feedback for the gaming companies. And in general, they appreciate the bona fide commentary. No, I know they do, and Dave's good about it. I don't pay to use Twitch. They pay me to use Twitch. Or Lorenzo pays for me to, pays Twitch money, so I get paid. If you are a partner, I'm a Twitch affiliate. If you're a partner, I think they'll hold them for 30, maybe 90 days. But you have to have an average audience of 75. So, what have I got today? There are 9 people watching this, and that's a good stream for me. I'm averaging about 6-9. Which I'm delighted with. That's not a complaint at all. But the delay on YouTube is about 30 seconds. And Ricky says, judging for what he and I used to do, it sounds the delay is a lot better to answer feedback. Absolutely. All right. The Sensei growls at me. He hits a fly ball to the left. Rice is there, and he'll make the catch. Thanks for the kind words, Mr. Elvis. 2 out for Lee May, who's 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. I get paid more if we talk about the Dodgers, sure. May has a single. He's 1 for 2. And right, So yeah, absolutely, Lorenzo. I brought it up on Facebook this morning because I'm the ranked 3.1 million on YouTube for my channel, which is great. Uh, really, the sensei's in prison? I didn't know that. But yeah, I don't operate in a genre that has a lot of viewers, and so I take these 8, 9, 10. Sunday I expect about 15 to 20 for the final round of the PGA, but those come on rare occasions. And it really wasn't when YouTube started messing with pitch to May, ground ball third foul, with because they couldn't deal with Copa. I did. There wasn't really a drop off. I mean, once in a while I'd have a football game do 10, 15 live, but after 8 months of this, I mean, trust me, if I was using this to pay the bills, I'd be eating a Copa, the Child Online Protection Act. I'd be eating a lot of ramen noodles. Pitch to May is a line drive center field. Lynn is there, and that will retire the side. After 5, I guess we're running along today. Boston 1, Baltimore 1. So it'll be Lynn, Rice, and Yaz. Oh, Polka? Play some Lawrence Welk for you later. Lynn is 1 for 2 with an RBI. He singled, grounded into a double play. There is a Christopher Slovick, Slovick, I think, has done some FM 2020 streaming and calling the game. Oh, insider trading. So he's gone to Camp Cupcake then. And he's good. He's good. The thing with the Football Manager series is that it takes so long to learn. Pitch to Lynn. Line drive right field. Singleton will pick it up. Lynn's in with a double. Right, it is a different audience. The new version of Flight Sim, by the way, comes out on Tuesday. And I'll be picking that up. It's the first real version of Flight Sim in 10 years. So we'll see if I can run it on this computer. Jim Rice is 0 for 2 and grounded into a double play. Gets away from Dempsey, and Lynn will go for it. The throw to third, down in time. So Freddie's on the wild pitch, and the count is 3-1 to Rice. Doesn't it look crazy realistic? Yeah, we're going to test that out. And yes, it's a whole different genre, the GM, as opposed to the restrict replay. So, yep, Tuesday night, I think we're going to do that. Pitch to Rice is a ground ball to Garcia. Lynn will score. The throw to first. Rice is retired, and the Red Sox go up 2-1. So Rice has an RBI. He now is 138. You've never watched me land a plane, Lorenzo. That's a challenge and a half. And why would I even think that you'd be hoping for engine problems? Here's Yaz. He's 0 for 2. And there's a ground ball to Dower behind the bag. He throws to first for the out. 2 away. Here's the difference between the videos on YouTube. I'm going to break my number probably for the year compared to last year in September. I had 57,000 views last year. And last time I looked, I was at 42, 43,000. Here's Fisk. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. On my page on Twitch, I see the chat. I see when I'm streaming. I see the activity feed, so I know when Lorenzo's giving money and people have followed. I have a running tally of my views, total views. And at the moment, it's at 3277. Pitch to Fisk. Struck him out. So he got him on a 1-2 swing and off speed. A run, 1 hit, and no errors. They don't leave anybody on. After 5.5, it's 2-1 Boston. So Mora has struck out twice. And this is Stanley's game. Bob kicks and fires. Popped up left side. Hobson has it 1 out. Dempsey 2 for 2. Rick is singled twice. By the way, I don't know if Ricky's still here or not. I've now uploaded to the Retro Sports Network channel 671 videos. And we've got a rain delay, which is just what I need with this bullpen. So, only because it's a September game would this have not been called. Jim Palmer's day is done, and so is Bob Stanley. We had a rain delay of 2 hours and 18 minutes. Oh my goodness gracious. So, thankfully the Red Sox bullpen has not been used an awful lot. Dick Drago is 1-2 with an ERA, with 1 save and an ERA of 6.26. You can call Lindenville, Vermont with that. This is his 15th appearance. Against Baltimore, two games so far, an inning and 2/3 and 2 strikeouts. He last pitched on the 29th of August, 5 2/3 innings against Seattle. That might have been a start. 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. Took a loss, 27 1/3 innings. This may be why the Red Sox are 68-68. 32 hits, 6 homers, 21 runs, 19 earned. He walked 10 and struck out 15. Oh, this would have been a night game. This would have been a 2 o'clock start, or a 7:30, 8 o'clock start. Yeah, I had to cure Fred Lynn. Freddie got thrown out of the game and suspended, and so I didn't have a center fielder. So if it's taken an hour and 58 minutes to play 6 innings, and then you throw a 2:18 rain delay on top of that, so 2 hours, we're now up to roughly 11:30. We'd be talking about curfew. So it's you and me and wives and girlfriends in the stands now. Dempsey 2 for 2. Drago starts his night with a strikeout on a 2-2. 1 a.m. was the curfew. Yeah, so this would have been about 11:30, 11:45. Well past this third grader's bedtime. Carlos Lopez is 0 for 2. And Al Bumbry's going to pinch hit. Bumbry's back. Oh! I just might have messed him up. Because Bumbry was gone for the year. 272, 2 homers, and 11 RBI. Pitch to Bumbry is a fly ball to left and gone. How about that? His first at-bat in months, and he hits a pinch hit homer into the seats in left center. So into the wind, it's blowing into center from center field at 17, and Bumbry has homered. We'll have to make him inactive. He shouldn't be playing. Here's Kiko Garcia. He's 1 for 2. He has singled, walked, and driven in a run. So 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Got him. So Drago struck him out, but the big run by Bumbry is going to stay in the ball game in center field. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 7th, 2-2. Joe Kerrigan making his 30th appearance of the year, 4-3 with a 5.31 ERA. Against the Red Sox, this is his 3rd appearance. 4 innings, 4 hits. 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Standard pitcher. Yeah, the rain delay, well, he wasn't ahead anyway. On the fastball at 92. An inning and a third against the Mariners on the 26th hit. He walked 1, struck out 2. He got a win that night. So 61 innings overall, 65 hits, 8 homers. 37 runs, 36 earned, 29 walks, and 37 strikeouts. So Brohamer, Evans, and Scott. Yeah, I didn't expect Boston to be hanging in. Pitch to Brohamer, ball 4. So Earl Weaver already pacing around, cursing the rain. Here's Dewey. Dwight 1 for 2 with a single. Carrigan deals. Struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 looking. So the fielders haven't had much to do. Bunbury, by the way, is a 6 and a 6 from center. George Scott 1 for 2 with a single. Throw to first, Brohamer back. Ball 4. Brings up Hobson. Butch walked. 0 for 1. Scored and grounded into a double play. In the left, Mora has it for the out. Brohamer will bluff with 2 out, but will not go. Brings up Burleson. Rick 1 for 3. Has a single. By the way, we start year 3 in 2 weeks on this channel. It's been 2 years since I left Fansided. Pitch to Burleson is a ground ball to Garcia. Over to Murray, and that will retire the side. Stretch time, the Sox leave 2. 2-2 the score. So hopefully you all went and got your SK hot dog made of pure beef products. Here's Dower for the 3rd year. I don't know. I mean, I have only about 4 or 5 days in advance planned out right now because everything is so tight. The year 3 anniversary. Channel started in 2016. I did it, then went to work for Fansided, and then did them for 2 years. Dower 1 for 3. And here's a ground ball to Burleson. Over to Scott for the out. Google owes me money because you didn't need to have 1,000 subs to be monetized at that point. Here's Singleton. Kenny is 0 for 1. He has walked twice. Drago delivers. Struck 3. A curveball swung on and missed on a full count. This is probably going to go 15 innings. Here's Murray. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And there's a line drive to right. Evans is there, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. It's Boston 2, Baltimore 2. So here's Lynn. Freddie singled, doubled, and drove home a run. Run scored and grounded into a double play. Got him. He swung on and missed on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So Kerrigan and Drago, the pitchers of record. It was Palmer and Bobby Sproul in his Major League debut to start. Bob Stanley came in for Sproul, and then a rain delay of 2 hours and 18 minutes. forced Palmer and Stanley to stay in the shower. Here's Rice. He drove in his 138th run his last time up. He's 0 for 3. He's hit 46 homers on the year. Ground ball to third. DeCinces better hurry to Murray, and Rice is retired. 2 out. So here's Yaz. He's 0 for 3. 2 out, top of the 8th. Both teams 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Red Sox have left 5 on, and the Orioles have stranded 8. Yaz up the middle. That's a base hit. So Bunbury will throw that one back in. And here's Carlton Fisk. He's 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. Ball 4. So the Red Sox are threatening here. Yaz on second. Fisk on first for Brohammer, who was 1 for 2. He has singled and walked. And now he faces the future pitching coach of the Boston Red Sox, and Joe Kerrigan. Dempsey and Kerrigan have a word. Brohammer. Dower throws it to Murray, and that should retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Red Sox leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Boston 2, Baltimore 2. So DeCinces, May, and Mora to face Drago here in the 8th. Evans, Scott, and Hobson for the Red Sox in the 9th. Pitch to DeCinces. Base hit left field. So the Orioles have the go-ahead run on already for Lee May, who was 1 for 3. He has singled and scored a run. Tight one here, but you'd expect that. The Red Sox much better than their 68-68 record indicate. Into left center, Lynn comes in to make the catch. 1 out for Mora. Struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. And Pat Kelly will pinch it. Kelly at .310, 9 homers, and 30 RBI. Drago from the stretch. Into right, but foul. And an empty seat makes that grab. I believe the record. Well, I mean, you are as good as your record. They really are 68-68, but honestly, this team won 99-78. They should not be a 500 team. Pitch to Kelly. There goes DeCinces. The throw down to Burleson. They got him. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. And the Red Sox get out of it. No runs, no 1 hit, no errors. The full pack coming in, Don Stanhouse. We go to the 9th, 2-2. So Stanhouse making his 35th appearance of the year. He is 8-5 with 11 saves and an ERA of 2.49. He throws a hard fastball at 96. And he's a ground ball pitcher against the Red Sox. This is his 5th time. 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits. A run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. He is 1-0 with the 1 save. He last pitched against the White Sox on the 2nd. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, picking up his 11th save. 50 2/3 innings, 51 hits, a home run allowed. 18 runs, 14 earned. He has walked 29 and struck out 31. So here's Evans. Dewey is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. It'll be Dempsey, Bunbury, who homered in the 6th, and Garcia for Baltimore in the bottom of the 9th off of Drago. Line drive, third base, 1 out. DeCinces caught that, autographed it, and flipped it back. Here's Scott. The boomer 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. Line drive to left. Kelly, who stays in the ball game as a 5 and a 3, will make that catch. 2 away for Hobson. So Stanhouse making Earl Weaver's life a bit easy right now. Pitch to Hobson. Into left center field. Bunbury will go back to the track and make the catch to retire the side. Cardiac time, gang. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 2-2. And now wind, it's now 61 degrees, is howling in at 20. And as this game now would be over the 5-hour and 38-minute mark, this game would now technically be in curfew time. Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's curfew time. Here's Rick Dempsey. He is 2 for 3 with a strikeout. A single twice. Ground ball to Burleson over to Scott for the out. If we could stop games and restart them, I would do that after this half inning. But we can't do that. We'll finish it out. Here's Al Bunbury. Al with that bomb to left center to tie the game in the 6th. And there's a long drive. Good night. Drive home safely. Al Bunbury, his first game since May. He tied it with a homer in the 6th and has walked it off with a blast down the line and right. And the Orioles have beaten the Red Sox 3-2. And Al Bunbury being mobbed by his teammates. No, it was a 1 a.m. curfew because the Red Sox and Yankees would break it. Remember a couple of those games. And so Bunbury flips over and is cool as the other side of the pillow. Unfortunately, we don't have replays for the last out, but Al Bunbury in his first game since May has spent 2 home runs. He hit one to left center to tie the game in the 6th and then smashed the game winner down the line and right in the 9th. And Al Bunbury is our Digital Dice player of the game. Well, 302 and 218. It would have been close. So Dick Drago unfortunately gets the loss. Blew the save. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He allowed both the homers to Bunbury. Sproul minus stuff too, which is amazing because I thought he pitched well. And Bob Stanley got jilted because of the rain delay. Don Stanhouse goes to 9-5, and he threw a perfect 9th. Palmer, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. And he was lost with the rain delay. Red Sox couldn't get anything off of Joe Carrigan. And so Al Bunbury is our Digital Dice player of the game. Yeah, they are, and there really isn't much you can do about that. And they were a mess by September. Believe you me. All right. The rest of the day in baseball, only 9 games on the card. Oh, he was active. Thanks. All right, so the Dodgers, by the way, are off. So the rest of this Tuesday in baseball, Montreal 9, the Cubs 2. Woody Fryman goes to 8-3. Donnie Moore takes the loss. He goes to 3-2. Warren Cromartie 4 for 5 with 3 RBI and a triple. The Braves beat the Padres 4-1 in a game that does help the Dodgers. Phil Niekro 21-10. Rasmussen goes to 8-8. Oh, Mother Hubbard 2 for 3. Pirates beat the Mets in 12, 5-4. Hamilton gets the win. Royley Jackson the loss. John Stearns in the losing effort, his 12th of the year, and drives in 3. The Tigers beat the Yankees 4-2. Dick Tidrow takes the loss. He goes to 8-10. Kevin Young goes to 5-3, and Steve Mankowski 2 for 3 with the stolen base. So the Yankees have dropped 3 straight to the Tigers. Cleveland 5, Toronto 1. Rick Waits gets the win. He goes to 10-14. Kirkwood with the loss. Alexander 1 for 2, a triple and a walk. Houston beats Cincinnati, so the Dodgers get more good news. J.R. Richards strikes out 13 and goes the distance. He goes to 10-10. Pedro Borbon 6-4. Griffey with 2 for 4 with 2 stolen bases. The Shy Sox shut out Minnesota. Trout goes to 2-0. Erickson goes to 12-16. Lemon 1 for 4 with the triple. Mets, by the way, pounded out 16 hits in that loss. And Kansas City loses to Oakland, of all teams, 4-1. Rick Langford 8-10. Dennis Leonard 17-11. And Dave Revering 3 for 4 with a triple and a double. All right, we're with you Monday afternoon, noon Eastern, or 11:30 Eastern, for a doubleheader. Texas and California. And they're huge games for the Rangers. So, standings as we leave you going into the weekend. Philadelphia, 1.5 over Pittsburgh. Dodgers now 5 over the Reds. That's the largest bulge for anybody. That's an eternity. Orioles by a full game over the Yankees and 2.5. Yep, Monday. No counseling this week, so you get a Monday doubleheader, 11:30. And we'll post that in the golf a few times. Milwaukee 2.5 back. And in the West, Texas by 3 now over KC. Ranger fans are starting to believe. Minnesota now 5.5 back. So that's how we'll leave it for you for a Friday golf tonight, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Second round of the PGA from Harding Park. It'll be Billy Casper, Kenny Venturi, and Johnny Miller, the San Francisco Giants of golf. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you tonight.